In today's show, I'm going to be sharing with you this Bitcoin prediction model, which places an exact date on when the Bitcoin price will shatter $100,000. That's right, check this out. Most people think it's impossible, but I've seen 1,000% increase in less than a year, at least twice before in Bitcoin 2013 and 2017. Stock to flow is holding up pretty well. Well, after the halving, if FOMO will start again, anything is possible. Touche. And if you're not familiar with the stock to flow model, it predicts in 1 year, August 16th, 2021, the Bitcoin stock to flow price of Bitcoin will be $100,000. I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the current status of the stock to flow, which shows we're currently on track to hit $14,000. Also, in today's episode, we'll be taking a look at the only chart that matters, taking USD out of the equation because it's dwindling and eventually it's going to be worth zero. It's doomed. 1 Bitcoin is currently equal to 6 ounces of gold and rising. We'll be breaking this down in today's show. Also, in today's episode, top crypto analyst says Bitcoin can surge to $17,000 once this crucial level is broken. We're talking about Crypto Michael, who tweeted, given the significance of this level, I'm starting to think it's becoming a very likely scenario. However, a clear break and flip of 12K are continuations towards 13K and possibly the $15,000 to $17,000 area. I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. Also, in today's episode, Exponential CEO does a U-turn and says it's time to buy Bitcoin. This is breaking news and pretty major. The legendary George Ball, the ex-CEO of Prudential Financial, which has a $28 billion market cap, just joined the Bitcoin family. Welcome to BTC, my friend. We'll be covering this in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, most of the major cryptos are all pumping and back in the green. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. So be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And before we kick off today's show, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, smash the link right below this video in the description. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. Lots to discuss today, but let's kick it off by diving into today's top story of the day. The controversial Bitcoin model, better known as stock to flow, places an exact date on when the Bitcoin price will shatter $100,000. Let's talk about it. One of the most controversial analysts in the cryptoverse, referring to PlanB, is placing an exact date when traders can expect the Bitcoin price to be above $100,000 using the stock to flow model, which divides the amount of Bitcoin in circulation by the amount of Bitcoin mined per year. PlanB believes Bitcoin is set to be over 100,000 on August 16th, 2021. So literally in 1 year. The high-profile crypto analyst retweeted a post from the Dutch entrepreneur Marc van der Kries on the viability and timing of the stock to flow model. Taking a look here on crypto Twitter. Most people think it's impossible, but I've seen 1,000% increase in less than a year, at least twice before in Bitcoin 2013 and 2017. And I'm going to take that a step further. We've seen Bitcoin rise over 4,000% from 2016 to 2017, and I believe over 40,000% from 2012 to 2013. So this, my friend, is nothing new. Stock to flow is holding up pretty well after the halving. If FOMO will start again, anything is possible. And taking a look at some of the responses to this tweet, Tony Mells responded, how much would people have to invest for it to reach those levels? And Marc responded, you can't calculate that because it depends on how many people will sell in a bull market and how long it takes to get there. If nobody sells and there's only 1,200 new Bitcoin per day available at a $100,000 price, that's just 1.2 billion per day. Gold currently trades over 100 billion per day. So great perspective. John Malone responded, $1,000 gold sounds about right. I'm going for about 5,000 silver at least. And Marc responded, silver stock to flow is way too low to be a long-term store of value. Read the Bitcoin Standard for some interesting examples of why silver is far inferior to gold, and FYI, I agree. And of course, Bitcoin, they're both inferior to Bitcoin. You can make quick money, but long-term, it's dangerous to own. I also want to stress that there is an infinite supply of precious metals. We have Elon Musk talking about mining asteroids. We have National Geographic recently shared there could be an infinite supply of gold and silver in the oceans, where Bitcoin is scarce. It's the truest, hardest form of sound money, and it's the most scarce asset as well as the fastest horse in the race. So yeah, check this out. In exactly 1 year, we should say 364 days to be exact, because today is August 17th. But in 1 year, August 16th, 2021, the Bitcoin stock to flow model predicts a $100,000 Bitcoin price for the first time. And if you're not familiar with stock to flow, it also predicts a $288,000 Bitcoin price by the end of 2024. Checking out some more responses. Bit Harrington wrote, "To be honest, I think it's too high, too fast, too bullish, but Bitcoin always bitch slaps everybody who's bearish." So there you go. I agree 100%. This guy responded, "It's only 5x from the old top." Makes a great point. So it's really not too high, too fast, since the last cycle we did 20x in 8 months after breaking the top. Great point. And Bit Harrington responded, "True, but this time we need way more money, of course. Thank God they're printing so much money." That's right, they're printing trillions in the name of quantitative easing currently, so this is definitely bullish for the Bitcoin price. PlanB was the first analyst to apply the stock to flow model to Bitcoin. Although it has plenty of critics, predictions from the model have been so far highly accurate, to say the least. Over the weekend, the quantitative analyst told his 123,000 Twitter followers that the stock to flow ratio continues to be in step with Bitcoin's price action. Taking a look at his latest tweet, third red dot, currently 11,850, above the second red dot, which closed above 11,356, and above the first red dot, which closed 9,132. The next target, December 2017 all-time high close of $14,000. And taking a look at some of the responses to his tweet, Whale Killer wrote, "PlanB, I'm a fan of stock to flow idea and like to know more about the fundamentals behind it. Can you please clarify why the duration between the jump in 2011 and 2013 is shorter than the next one? How does the stock to flow model see that? Thanks." And PlanB responded, "In both periods you highlight, stock to flow doubled. Stock to flow X is a stock to flow market cap model. Time is not a variable, but people want to see it in time. So I looked up to which cluster each month belongs to the divide in the market value of that cluster by the average number of Bitcoins in that cluster. As we can see right here, this is the Bitcoin stock to flow X model." Then Whale Killer responded, "Nice. So that means stock to flow or stock to flow X does not tell us when we get to 100,000 or 280,000. Am I right?" And PlanB responded, "No. 288,000 is the average in roughly mid-2020 to mid-2024. So there you have it. That's the price prediction of the stock to flow model, which shows we're right on track. And if you agree that we'll smash $100,000 by this time next year, as the stock to flow predicts, drop me a comment right down below. Now let's take a look at the only gold chart that matters in the cryptoverse. PlanB tweeted right here, taking USD out of the equation, 1 Bitcoin currently is equal to 6 ounces of gold and rising. That's right. With Bitcoin valued at 11,850, we're currently equal to 6 ounces of gold and rising. It's important we talk about this. We need to stop comparing Bitcoin as well as precious metals to the US dollar, because we all know US dollar is doomed. There's a reason that Warren Buffett just exited all his bank positions and put it into gold. Here we have it. Check this out. The Moon responded, "The US dollar is not a good measurement of value." Exactly, because the dollar itself is losing value over time. Great point, Carl. Now measuring Bitcoin against gold will prove to be more accurate over the long time. Amazing chart. And PlanB of the stock to flow model responded, "Agree. An average US house was 5,000 in 1900 and 330,000 in 2020, but 250 ounces of gold in 1900 and 2020. Same with cars, suits, wages, etc. Gold is the best long-term measure of value. US dollar is just debased, inflated fiat. Bitcoin will be a better measure of value than gold." I agree 100%. So as you can see right here with inflation, the numbers don't lie. The dollar, my friend, is about to collapse. There's so many signs of the times. All right, and before I get to our next story of the day, top crypto analyst says the Bitcoin price can surge to 17,000 once this crucial level is broken. First, let's take a look at the overall crypto market. As we can see, a sea of green. There's mass liquidity entering the market as I speak. Bitcoin up about 1% for the day, trading at about $11,900. Ethereum is pumping up 2%, trading at $428. Chainlink is at an all-time high, currently trading at $19.49. Holy moly, Litecoin just started surging. I mean, this is a great indicator that the market is bullish, as Litecoin has been stagnant for the longest time, currently up 6%, trading at just below $65. $3. We have EOS pumping up 5%, trading at $3.84. Tron is up a whopping 20%, trading at 2.9 cents. Out of this list of altcoins, which alts in particular are on your watch list? Which ones are you holding bags of? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now checking out some of the top exchange volume. We have Binance down 11% with 8.8 billion in volume for the day. We have BitMEX down 3.5% with 1.4 billion in volume. OKEX down 7% with 1.4 billion in volume. Hit BTC up 2% with 958 billion in volume. And Hobby Global down 3.8% with 2.1 billion in volume for the day. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day, shall we? It has been a week of mixed trading for Bitcoin as well as the aggregated crypto market as a whole. After a long bout of consolidation, Ethereum was able to break out of its trading range while Bitcoin remains below its key near-term resistance of $12,000. This has done little to offer insight into where the aggregated market will trend next. And with that being said, it may only be a matter of time before Bitcoin breaks out of its current trading range and provides guidance to the entire market. I feel we're about to see a breakout right here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash the like button and drop me a comment if you feel Bitcoin will break that $12,000 resistance. As for how high the breakout could lead the benchmark crypto, one analyst is noting it may race as high as $17,000, although this would require the stars to align. Now, Bitcoin struggles to break that 12K resistance as the bears guard this key resistance level. At this time, Bitcoin's trading at about 11,900. This is around the price at which it's been trading at throughout the past couple of days, as its recent decline to 11,200 resulted in a sharp influx of buying pressure that sent its price surging up towards its current levels. Now, analysts are now closely watching to see how Bitcoin continues responding to this $12,000 resistance, as it has yet to catalyze any sharp sell-off during the latest push higher. Now, here's one analyst in particular who thinks Bitcoin may skyrocket in the coming months. While speaking about Bitcoin's near-term outlook, one analyst explained in an optimistic scenario, this crypto's price could push as high as $17,000. That being said, he also notes there are hurdles along the way, with 13,000 being the first region he's watching. Taking a look at this tweet from Crypto Michael. Bitcoin, given the significance of this level, I'm starting to think this is becoming a very likely scenario. However, a clear break and flip of 12,000 are continuations towards 13,000 and possibly the $15,000 to $17,000 area. And he included this graph, which I'll include in the show notes below the video in the description for you to check out and reference for yourself. So let me know your thoughts surrounding these bullish price predictions from Crypto Michael. Do you feel that Bitcoin is likely to break out and see that $15,000 to $17,000 area here in the short future? Drop me a comment right down below. All right, and before I break down our next story of the day, Exponential CEO does a U-turn and says it's time to buy Bitcoin, and I share with you why he is so bullish on Bitcoin and why he joined our crypto family. First, let's take a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at 376 billion. I just love seeing this climb day by day, with 94 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and the current Bitcoin dominance, which has been on the decline as we've been witnessing a mini alt season, to say the least. So many altcoins surging right now, it's not even funny. It's currently 58.2%, but please consider that if we exclude ICOs and stablecoins, the Bitcoin dominance is much closer to 80%. So that's the realized market cap. And now taking a look at the top gainers within the top 100 in the past 24 hours, we have OMG Network up 49%, trading at $3 even. Ocean Protocol up 45%, trading at 64 cents. Numeraire, which has been surging recently, up 23%, trading at $56.83. Waves up 22%, trading at $4.74. Ren up 22%, trading at 41 cents. And Fetch.ai up 20%, trading at 14.8 cents. Below that, we have Tron up 19%. 0x, I'm very bullish on 0x, up 17%, trading at 58 cents. And BitTorrent up 16%. And now taking a look at the biggest losers within the top 100 in the past day, we have Divi down 6%, trading at 6.2 cents. Quant down 5%, trading at $10.54. Ample Fourth down 3%, trading at 60 cents. Aragon down 3%, trading at $5.95. Blockstack down 1.9%, trading at 27 cents. And Status, which has been surging recently, down 1%, trading at 3.7 cents. And below that, we have DX Chain Token and Hyperon and OKB. And as you can see, there's not many Alts in the red because most of them are currently surging against Bitcoin and in the green. And now taking a look at the BitMEX margins, we can see the bulls are back in control, leading with 32 million in superiority in the last 24 hours, with longs leading 51.5% versus 48.4% shorts. Are you currently bullish or bearish on the king of all crypto? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated an 83 in extreme greed. Yesterday was an 82 and last week a 78. And last month we were a 44 in fear. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that mofo dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. And considering we're in extreme greed right now, I wouldn't be surprised to see another healthy correction. So I'm just throwing it out there. All right, and before I share with you this breaking clip from the legendary George Ball, ex-CEO of Prudential Financial, who controls a $28 billion market cap and just joined the Bitcoin family, first I want to encourage you to smash the show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 500 plus videos right here on my channel. Also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel right here on YouTube by smashing that subscribe button right below the video. Also, you can visit the direct link, cryptonewsalerts.net. You can also find us on all the major podcasting platforms, from Apple's iTunes, Spotify, Google Play to Stitcher Radio. You can also follow us on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is Crypto News Yes. And for those of you active on Facebook, as I am, I do have a crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy with over 17,000 strong from all over the world. To become a part of it, simply click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, as I am, I do have a crypto Telegram chat. To join it, simply click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now I'm going to play for you this bullish clip from the legendary George Ball. Check it out.
Well, George, what assets should investors get into, say, outside of equities?
I've never said this before, and I've always been a blockchain, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin opponent. But if you look right now, the government can't stimulate the markets forever. The liquidity flood will end. And sooner or later, the government's got to start paying for some of the stimulus, for some of the deficits, for some of the well-deserved, very smart subsidies that it's providing to people. Are they going to raise taxes that high? Or if not, are they going to print money? If they print money, that debases the currency. And probably even things like TIPS, Treasury Inflation Protected Securities, can be corrupted. So the very wealthy investor or the trader probably turns to Bitcoin or something like it as a staple.
Wow, I never thought I'd hear you say that. I mean, we heard Jamie Dimon talk about Bitcoin before.
Jamie's at least a partial convert. I'm not sure that he's a total convert. And then the notion isn't to hide or to seek a tax refuge, but to have something that can't be undermined by the government and that won't become worthless if the currency becomes worthless, or at least if enough Robin Hooders happen to believe that. If the Robin Hooders don't want to trade stocks as they have, where are they going to put their money? There are no yields today. And so Bitcoin or another cryptocurrency becomes a very attractive, either long-term, I want to make a safe haven for my money, or a short-term speculative bet. And I think it's a good, I think it's where many people will turn after Labor Day, Fred.
So it's Bitcoin, huh? Well, thanks, George, for your investing tips.
Pretty sweet, right? Talk about being bullish on Bitcoin. You feel me? It's no secret. As the time goes, more and more professionals from the world of traditional finance are making headway into Bitcoin, or at least showing support for investing into the new gold, aka Gold 2.0 or Gold with Wings. The latest amongst the growing list of mainstream supporters is George Ball, ex-CEO of the insurance giant Prudential. Have you ever heard of them? They control a $28 billion market cap. Pretty serious, right? The former hater is now supporting Bitcoin. Go figure. In an interview with Fred Katayama of Reuters, Mr. Ball, who currently serves as the chairman of the investment firm Sanders Morris Harris, seemed to showcase a more positive stance towards Bitcoin. Previously, George was a hater of the world's top crypto and blockchain technology, but now he thinks that Bitcoin makes for an attractive long-term investment. I repeat, he now thinks that Bitcoin makes for an attractive long-term investment. If you agree, smash that like button and drop me a comment right down below. Now, according to him, here's what he had to share. It's where many people will turn after Labor Day. Ideally, as an investor, he would either want to make a safe haven for my money or a short-term speculative bet. And that's exactly what Bitcoin provides. You feel me? The stock markets are boring, the ex-Prudential boss remarked, as the current scenario in stock markets is boring and the liquidity flood is the only thing that's keeping things afloat, but that will soon end. Mr. Ball said that the continuous flurry of stimulus packages printing trillions in the name of quantitative easing out of thin air would eventually return to bite back the government, and he added that the government can't stimulate the markets forever. The liquidity flood will end sooner or later. The government's got to start paying for them. Some of these stimulus for some of the deficits, for some of the well-deserved, very smart subsidies that it's providing to people. And if the money printing doesn't end, the US dollar will eventually head down the debasement road, which could corrupt reliable investment instruments such as Treasury, inflated, protected securities, better known as TIPS. Hence, he thinks that traders and investors should realign their portfolios substantially and allocate sections of their portfolios to Bitcoin. Why? Because Bitcoin's something that can't be undermined by the government and it won't become worthless. And that's why wealthy traders and investors could probably turn to Bitcoin, as there's no yields today. Now, he's not the first mainstream finance bigwig to advocate Bitcoin. Before George Ball, back in May this year, billionaire hedge fund manager Paul Tudor Jones to advise investors to own positions in Bitcoin. He also announced that his fund would invest into single-digit percentage of Bitcoin futures. Jones cited rising inflation rates induced by near unlimited central bank money printing as the reason behind the move. Buying Bitcoin, he said, would insulate him from the potentially drastic consequences of fiat flooding. And if you missed the memo, this man right here, Paul Tudor Jones, recently allocated 2% of his overall investment portfolio into Bitcoin. And we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. And now that Warren Buffett moved from banks into gold, Max Kaiser predicts that Paul Tudor Jones will up his ante to 10% allocation into the king of all crypto. And when this happens, the Bitcoin price can rise to $50,000. If you missed yesterday's episode, be sure to check it out because I break it down in great detail. Also, Paul Tudor Jones noted that the Bitcoin market reminds him of the gold market during the 1970s, drawing similarities between the price actions of the two assets. Mr. Jones commented, the best profit maximizing strategy is to own the faster horse. If I'm forced to forecast, my bet will be Bitcoin. So do you have your money on the fastest horse in the race? Let me know in the comments right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And real quick before I go, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, smash the link right below this video in the description and register for this free system entitled OPM Wealth. You'll be glad you did, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.